It's week 7, January 9th. It's week 7, February 9th. Super Bowl Sunday. So I figured it'd be a good time to check in on how the different things we've got planted are growing. So we'll check out the bugles. We'll take a look at the garlic. And then we'll go inside and check out our onions and celery. The bugles are looking a little worse for the wear. Well, they haven't died back. I mean, you can see like the tops have gotten fried in the cold weather. But because it hasn't really frozen in here, despite the freezing temperatures we've had for weeks on time, like the soil still stays moist. I only water these about once a month, and they look like they're holding up. So hopefully come the springtime, they'll take off again. Now, some of them, I'm not quite sure why this particular basket of the bugles is doing so well. It's like this section right here. Now, every week or so, maybe every couple of days, I turn it so that there's constant light. You know, they're all getting the same amount of light. And yet, it seems these here, here, and here are doing much better than those there and there. I mean, they're all not doing bad, but the bugles are coming along. As you can see, they were planted on November 2nd, and they haven't died back yet. Definitely got fried by the frost that we've had. And look at that. It looks like we got a cicada had molted in here. But I think they're going to survive the winter. We still got a month or so to go before winter's finally gone. But so far, I think so good. Well, it's a little tough to see here, but the garlic's doing well. I had about 3 inches of snow yesterday, and so everything's a little buried right now. What you can't see in here either is that back row has completely germinated. Some of them are just small like that, but we had 100% germination of all the garlic bulbs that we planted. So that's good. So I forget how many that was that I actually planted. 74, 75 of them, I believe it was. So that'll be nice. And then we can expand the harvest hopefully in the next year or two with the bugles, since at least initially they seem like they're doing good. But the garlic is holding up. The other day I should have actually taken the video because you could see the back row, but we did have that snow yesterday and everything's buried again, but still growing. The onions are doing well. Coming along really nice. They've been trimmed back a few times. You can see the trimming is causing leaf formation to split apart here, so get nice thick healthy leaves for when they're eventually planted out and then growing. They were planted on January 1st, and everyone's looking good. Right next door, we've got the ruby red onions. These are the old seed. Looks like some of them have died back, and so probably not going to have the 16 that I was looking for, but that's okay. We'll have a few red onions anyway, but they're doing good. And they're also getting the leaf formation, the multiple leaf formation. I've been trimming these as well, and they've been responding to it pretty good. This celery is doing really well. As you can see, it's up and growing. We've got the first true leaves on the plants. They sprouted in about 5 days. The first one came out, and they were planted on the 16th of January. And they've been growing nicely. I think we've had pretty close to 100% germination with these. And these were from MI Gardener from last year. So they're doing well. Next week, I'm going to start fertilizing these now that they have their first true leaves on them. And then when the second true leaves pop out, then I'll start transplanting them into individual cells. But they're doing good, looking healthy, and looking forward to having a celery crop. So everything's doing really well. I'm surprised. Can't see it with the snow-covered garlic, but we actually had 100% germination on the cloves. So that's good. The bugles look like they're going to make it through. And as I said, I've been watering them about once a month and turning them so they each get an appropriate amount of sunlight, or an equal amount of sunlight a day. And we almost had near 100% germination on the celery too. Onions, I'm surprised they're actually a little hit or miss, but they're still growing pretty fast. I've had to cut them twice now, and I've been fertilizing them. So they're doing quite well. A little short of my goals on them. My dogs wants to play with the neighbor's dogs. But even the ones that we do have, they're growing good. So I'm looking forward to getting them out into the garden next month. You want to see what we're doing in the garden last week? Check out this video right here, and then subscribe and hit that notification bell. And that way you'll be able to follow along in the progress on all of our vegetables as we try to grow a supermarket in our own backyard. Okay, thanks for watching.